Hello everyone. It's cloudy outside. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I can just check the weather data with just few touches on your phone. Data is everywhere. But what if the next day's data would be sunny, but it turns out to be the opposite? Fake data is as equal as fake news. How do we stop spreading fake data? We can deal that in our own little ways. We can make a team out of it. Let's call it data checkers.
Let us define what data is. It is a collection of facts and information for analysis. It is very important and serves as basis for reasoning and drawing out conclusions. So how do we use data in our daily lives? We can predict the weather for future events. We can draw out conclusions from experimental data, which is very useful in the research. We can monitor how the market's going, and we can analyze and compare player statistics in the post-match segment. So what are the advantages of data? It helps groups make better decisions and are basis for their initiatives. With better technology, service delivery is becoming more efficient. Information on different events and issues are very reliable, and this gives better ideas for students and researchers alike. So what are the disadvantages of data? Once data is misused, both parties may destroy their trust. Some people believe these data are true and unbiased, even though it is a hoax. Hacking and altering the system intent either for good or for bad. Doubtful data may draw people into confusion. Let us now focus on fake data. By definition, it is a falsification of facts and copying other person's information or articles. It may be some form of cheating and stealing as an advantage to make things done quickly. Here are some common practices of faking data. Making up other person's name and information, reporting data without proper review, copying existing and previous data and report it anyway, and sharing data without deeper research or proof. Here is a diagram which determines the root causes of spreading of fake data. Shaped like a fish, it breaks down into 4 areas of concern: machine, people, culture, and methods. For people, we have malicious or dishonest actors, being untruthful to others, and lack of consultation of resource persons. For methods, we have plagiarism, lack of credibility, and lack of judgment. For machines, they're subject to malfunctioning and mathematical errors. For culture, some people show off their data through propaganda and social media and defying any major issues in the society. We are getting down to the problem statement. How might we prevent spreading more fake data to the public? Let us consider by the nature of data. It is everywhere and transferable, and we use data primarily as a supporting evidence. Data should be checked out in terms of accuracy, precision, grammar, credibility, and intent. If sharing of false data continues, it may lead to social unrest. They must be stopped. To respond to these challenges, they can form a group or organization who is responsible for detecting any malicious data that could cause harm or panic. They are data checkers. It is a public domain and must be forwarded to a government agency who upholds the law of combating misinformation and fake news. Here are the persons involved in this group and their functions. They can compose of the following: statisticians who check computations, researchers who analyze data's credibility, proofreaders who detect any grammatical errors, and evaluators who provide conclusions based on overall judgment of the data. All 4 groups of people involved can be contacted through the customers. So here is the process. Customers will provide a complaint, which can be forwarded through email or walk-in, assess the situation, how and when this data were obtained. Then they can be checked the original source, the authors and his or her intent, all statistical data, and detect any grammatical errors. It is then evaluated and reviewed whether this data is biased or not. When the data is biased, the case escalates to the certain government agency. Otherwise, the case is dismissed. And lastly, provide feedback or comments to the complaint to know how the process was done.
The growth of spreading data never stops. It is preventable, but it's not enough. Data checkers are open to review any mistaken data. Friendly reminder, think before you click. See you guys next time.